Hi, my name is Mary Simmons, and I am the owner here at Expressions Art Bar. And I just want to say thank you to the Southborough Cultural Arts Council for hosting this reception today to honor the grant recipient. And I want to introduce you to the new council. We have two co-directors. They can come up here. We have Mary and Jen. This is Mary. Hi, Mary. Hi. I'm Mary too. And those Jen here. And they're going to talk a little bit about why we are here today, what we are celebrating, and a little bit more about the council as well. So I'm going to pass it on to Mary and Jen.
Go right ahead.
All right, well, thank you guys for coming out tonight. We're excited to see everyone here and have a great turnout. The council's been kind of growing and evolving over the years, and we're really excited this year to have like almost 10 new people on the council and bring a lot more people engaging with the town. So very excited for all of you guys that are brand new joining us. This council is full of ideas and really excited about the arts in town. And we met just last week brainstorming all kinds of ideas, how we could partner with the rec center or other ways that we could get involved in town and bring more of the arts. So I'm actually really excited to see what we can do as a council and bring this to the town. So I also want to take time to introduce from the Mass Cultural Council, Mina. She's our representative. And then also to welcome Carolyn and thank her for coming out tonight. And do you want to?
Sure.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. So, hello, my name is Mina Kim. I'm the program officer for the Local Cultural Council program, which is a part of the community initiative at the Mass Cultural Council. This is my first time in Southborough, and it's actually my first grant reception, so thank you very much for having me today. And it's always great to hear excitement from new council members and councils that really want to promote arts and culture. And so I just want to thank the Southborough Cultural Arts Council for having such enthusiasm. So I'm sure I don't have to persuade anyone here about why culture is important, but I wanted to take a moment to kind of share how the Mass Cultural Council feels about the power of culture. So we believe that the power of culture enriches communities and promotes economic development through the support of local artists, organizations, and local businesses. We also believe that it advances inclusion and equity, promoting greater access for a wide variety of arts and cultural experiences that you all provide. We also believe that it empowers a new generation of leaders through youth development programs that cultivate independent creative thinkers. And so all of this would not be possible without strong partnerships. And so I just want to take a moment to thank some key partners that make this work possible. And so Southborough Cultural Council, I know I thanked you, but I just want to take a moment to explain to people the great impact that the cultural councils have throughout the state. So the Local Cultural Council program is the oldest program at the Mass Cultural Council. 38 years, there are 329 cultural councils that serve all 351 municipalities throughout the state. And so without their work, we would not be able to provide the annual grant program that you received tonight, but also they do a lot of work in terms of conducting community outreach and promoting other programs that address needs that may not be addressed via other programs. I also want to thank Town Administrator Mark Purple and also the Select Board for always being there for our council members. And of course, State Senator James Eldridge and Representative Carolyn Dykema for really being our champions, especially at the state level, and always promoting arts and culture funding. And so, just one plug. So we are hoping to count on the support of our legislators for fiscal year 19. In the recently proposed budget, the governor has proposed providing level funding for the Mass Cultural Council, and we want to raise it from 14 million to 17 million. And so we encourage everyone here to reach out to your local elected officials and also state representatives to really share with them why arts and culture matter to you. So, seems like I am announcing the grant recipients. All right. I might need you to hold this.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So So congratulations to everyone here who received an award. Obviously, we would not be here today if it wasn't for all the hard work and creativity that you provide. So our first recipient will be Doreen Ferguson, Recreation Director, and this is a grant for the Southborough Summer Concert Series. Next we have Kim Ivers, Southborough Librarian, and this is for a grant to host a graphic novel workshop for children.
Kim was sick today. She's sorry she couldn't be here. In case you were worried, I was Kim.
It's okay. We should have put these in order of like, the list, shouldn't we? That would have been too organized. Again, it's going to be the last one that I open. Of course. There we go. Look at that. Congratulations.
Next we have Matthew Pietro for a grant for the Messiah Community Chorus.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Ryan Donovan, Southborough Library Director, for a grant to bring May Day, an international poster exhibit, to the library.
Thank you.
Ellen Church, a grant for the Assabet Valley Master Singers Performance, Choral Gems for Romantic Organ and Choir Concert.
Thank you.
So next is Liz Dorsey for her work to provide access to the Discovery Museums for families with children on the autism spectrum who are deaf or hard of hearing or have a visual impairment through their Especially For Me programming.
She's not here tonight. She was unable to come down.
So Radislaw Jaster, a local student for his work in the production of the Art on the Trails film, highlighting the local Art on the Trail program in Southborough.
And that film is playing right here, and Mr. Jaster will not, well, it was.
Yeah, we can restart it. Yeah.
Okay, I will accept for him.
And Terry Underwood and Mary Simmons, a grant to bring art painting lessons to the community through the local access programming, also in sign language.
We're going to do two in the middle. You can be, we'll be both hands around you. Proud to be in such an esteemed group.
And last but not least, Bernadette Stockwell, a grant to support the Claflin Hill Youth Symphony side-by-side concert featuring local student musicians.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So it's great to be here. I just want to thank all the folks here at the council for making this possible and really bringing the community together to recognize the local organizations that bring the arts and culture to the communities. This program is one of the, I would say, most popular programs at the State House. And Mina had mentioned the budget process. So every year this is a program that gets funded through the state budget. And inevitably the initial budget that comes out is underfunded. Is kind of the way it goes. And the process for adding funding back to any line item in the state budget is that you have advocacy groups who reach out to their representatives, and then there are usually letters that go around asking for representatives to sign on in support of additional funding. And you get, any number of representatives, maybe 20, 25 representatives to sign on to any given budget amendment. There are thousands, literally thousands of line items in the budget. I believe that all but maybe 1 or 2 representatives sign on every year to the Cultural Council budget letter, and that is unheard of. And I will say the phones start lighting up, and you know that there's a formidable force in favor of the Mass Cultural Council, and it really is always heartwarming to me to see the arts community come out in force to talk about why these programs are so important to the community, why they're so important to the quality of life here in town, why they uplift and elevate so much of our lives, and just looking around at this, beautiful artwork, just even being in this beautiful space, and whether it be the graphic arts, whether it be performing arts, any type of art you can imagine. Catherine's got her wonderful art on the trail that I was talking about earlier that's really just connecting people with nature and the beauty of nature in a special way, getting people to think in a different way. At the state, we do a lot of talking about education. We were talking about earlier, we talk a lot about STEM and the science fields and how important it is for kids. Well, now we're starting to talk about STEAM, because it's not just science, technology, engineering, and math. It's the arts component of that brings out the creativity that you need to really drive the engineering and the science to new places, which is kind of our hallmark here in Massachusetts. So not only is it wonderful to look at, wonderful to experience, it's also really just important to human development and the development of our young people. So, and it's right here, the grassroots, the local community programs that are the most powerful and most impactful, and it's a lot of people putting in a lot of time and heart and passion into what they do, and that's really what we're here to recognize today, and why over and over again we as legislators have supported, and I promise you we will continue to support fundings for these types of programs to make sure that you can continue the important work you do. So thank you again, and it's really just wonderful to be a part of it.